Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Crystal Tollett, and I write romantic and suspense dramedies, and I am the proud author of the Bonded by Hate, Torn Apart by Love book series. So the book series consists of two books, Bonded by Hate, Torn Apart by Love, and the Retrospective. And although the Retrospective is the second book in the installment, it's actually more of a prequel than a sequel, because the retrospective gives you the background of the characters in the main book. Okay, so the retrospective is broken down into three short stories with subchapters: A Love Lost, You Give Me a Feeling, and Moments in Time. And what's really special about this book is that it's a novella. Okay, so it's definitely shorter than the first book. First book, you definitely get your money's worth. It's a thick book, but it's such a page turner. You won't even realize, that it has 300 and something pages in it. Okay, because it just keeps going and going and going. Okay, but the retrospective, the first chapter in the book actually is told from Michael's perspective. So Michael and Skyler are best friends who have fallen for each other. Overall, the book series is just like a nostalgic dramedy set in the early 2000s, so we already know the vibes. But A Love Lost covers Michael's backstory with his ex-girlfriend, Kim. Kim is the reason why Michael's kind of running from his feelings and just won't fully embrace them that he has for Skyler, because he's still dealing with some soul ties from that relationship, and he just literally just sees it as history repeating itself. So in A Love Lost, you get to kind of experience how Michael and Kim's relationship started, because it started when they were kids, like Head Start kids, right? And you'll see how their relationship, kind of grew, and how quickly it grew, and then how they kind of fell for each other. And it pretty much sets up for how his relationship kind of started with Skyler. They don't have that much history, but just how quickly they kind of became like this. You know what I mean? And I also love the storyline between Michael and his brother Nico. I love their bond. Nico is Michael's older brother. He's the wisdom. He is messy. He's all the vibes. He's such a free spirit, and he can see right through the BS. He can see through Michael. He always knows what he's thinking. It's so cool. And I just love to see their relationship and how they navigate their emotions, especially with Michael dealing with his breakup with Kim and just all of that. And so I really feel like people would enjoy that. And then in You Give Me a Feeling, you actually get to see how Michael and Skyler's relationship blossomed, their initial introduction, and you get to really see that they had chemistry from jump. And they share some really sweet moments in You Give Me a Feeling. That is narrated. Okay, so A Love Lost is told from Michael's perspective, and then You Give Me a Feeling is narrated, and then Moments in Time is actually Skyler's backstory. Because in the first book, you really don't get a lot of backstory on Skyler outside of she, transferred from Tennessee State. That's where her and Gina met, became really good friends. She transferred from Tennessee State. She lives in Arlington, Texas. She goes to UTA. Her aunt and uncle live in Mesquite. That's really all the background you get on her. So Moments in Time, you actually get those gaps kind of filled in. And it starts from her very first relationship that she had. And it just shows the progression of the situationships that she kind of became accustomed to, the type of men she attracted. It's a cool kind of correlation between all the boyfriends that she had leading up to Michael, and then what Michael embodies. It's kind of like he has the good and bad of all of them meshed together. It's so interesting. And so Moments in Time again is told from Skylar's perspective, and it is like her diary. Okay, and I will say every single thing that happened in Moments in Time, except for one thing, actually happened to me in real life. Okay, one thing I had to change. I was taking too many L's, but when you read Moments in Time, you are reading my diary. And what's really cool about the retrospective is that where that book ends, the first book begins. Because in the first book, Skylar is reading through her book of thoughts, aka her diary, and it just loops you right on in. So if you're someone who loves to know the backstory of characters before you start a series, then you'll definitely want to start with the retrospective. But if you want to get into the thick of things and just get into the story, then you'll definitely read Bonded by Hate first and then read the retrospective. Both have sweet little gems, revelations that, in each other. And I really feel like, you would enjoy. So that is what the retrospective is about. You can learn more on my website, realestateandromance.com. You can click the link in my bio. I have video reviews on there. I have written reviews. You can also Google Real Estate and Romance, and they'll come up with some more book reviews on Google as well. And just stay tuned. I'm trying to find my tribe. If you know of anyone who is into realistic romance, none of my stories are sad and sappy. There's always going to be a comedic relief, but if you know someone who may be interested in this series, please save this post, send it to them, save it for yourself. Maybe you'll come back, and make sure to check the comments below for your discount code. See you next video.